Okay, guys, I say we jump right into this because we got a tornado warning, and I'm a little bit late to it, but we're still gonna track this into the town, and all. But we do got a tornado warning in effect for even before that. I've been looking at this and being concerned that there's going to be a tornado warning anytime, specifically because of this polygon. And I get an idea of what this is like, but so you can see the storm is hooking right now. The storm is hooking right now over. Oh, what in the world just happened here? What in the world? Okay. What is going on? Oh no. Shoot. There we go. Okay, guys, I apologize if something went wrong. I shouldn't be on the stream. Apologize if something went wrong. I shouldn't be on the stream. There we go. Okay, so we have a new tornado warning. We have a new tornado warning. This includes Waukesha, Caddo, Custer, and Blaine County. So these are the tornado warnings are inching closer to Oklahoma City. But the actual tornadoes themselves aren't. The rotational parts are heading in the south or southern direction, but Oklahoma City is in an eastern direction from this warning polygon. So, but make sure you are prepared if you're in Oklahoma City because things are gonna get wild tonight. So, still no confirmed tornado on the ground, but I think it's trying to do something, especially because of this right here. I think it's trying to do something. In fact, that is where the arrow is, meaning what in the world? Come on! Why do you have to do this? And we're experiencing some difficulties getting this to come off the screen. Come on, dude. Yeah, because for some reason, the colors won't come off the screen. Okay, so it's gonna be kind of hard to track, but we're gonna have to track it with this on, just because. But your rotation's heading where the arrow. We're gonna use the arrow for projection. So I'm not that late to stuff just because that old tornado warning has expired. That was for the Weatherford area. And it still is. It's for most of the same area. By the way, we do got some other thunderstorms. Check reflectivity. There you go. We got another thunderstorm up here near Stillwater. As of now, no lightning detected with it. But there is gonna be some rain in the Stillwater area and maybe some heavy rain. So make sure you're preparing if you're in Stillwater for heavy rain possible. And behind that, we do got another thunderstorm, which probably could become severe, especially because of that. But yeah, there's nothing on it, but there is a lot of lightning. See those little dots? Those are lightning strikes. This thing is dropping lightning like crazy. Tulsa area. Let's see. Tulsa is doing good. You're doing good, Tulsa. You're good for now. Like I said, this thing is hooking. The storm is hooking. So these are the storm is hooking. For some reason, I cannot. Okay, we do gotta do special weather statement in effect for. For the area I was talking about that probably would get something on it soon. It's not a severe thunderstorm warning, but it's a special weather statement. Hang on, I need to fix this. Meaning that there could be non-severe winds, but close to be severe winds. So we could see some 40 miles per hour winds and small hail heading through the Cloud Chief area. Also, obviously, there's going to be a lot of lightning with that. I just talked about that. Did someone just try to contact me on Discord? If you did. Okay. So we continue to track this tornado warning in effect for this entire area. So we're looking out for tornadoes. Interstate 40, it's done where you are. As of now, we're saying you can come out of you can get out of your sheltered place. But, you never know what could happen. We might have to get you back. We might have to get you back in shelter. Yes, so if you're wondering what time it is, it's currently 8:19 p.m. on this Saturday, June 4th, or 14th, sorry. And tornadoes are already happening. But even though the SPC only thought there would be a 2%, that's just an example of what 2% can bring you. We're not going to talk about what it looks like. Yeah, we're not going to talk about what it looks like. But let's check back. So on Live Alerts feed, this is Live Alerts feed. You can see we got 1 tornado warning, 2 special weather statements, 1 severe thunderstorm watch, and 1 flood watch. Do we got anyone in the chat? Any questions about this severe weather event going on right now? Because if you have any questions, feel free to type it in the chat. I might not see it, but probably I will. So don't get sad if I don't reply to it immediately. Here, I'll go full screen, because that would make more sense. Oh wait, do I not have the banner on? Well, that's something that's missing real quick. Let me turn that on. Okie dokie. Where is it? There it is. This is her. Here we go. Okay, back over to radar indicators. Oh my gosh. Any storm reports coming in? Let's take a look for storm reports. IEM. But okay, no reports coming in. Actually, we do have a report from at 8:06 p.m. That was a little bit ago. hail. We got public reporting hail up to egg size. That's 2 inches in the hydro area in Cattle County. So there was. So let's dive in to that area. There we go. So it just ended not that long ago. In fact, the rain is still happening. You could probably still see lightning if you're in hydro, but the tornado threat is over. So you see, so this town right here it experienced egg-sized hail at 8:06 p.m. Or at least that's when it was reported. So that could do some damage. Otherwise, we continue to track these little storms forming up in this area. There just keeps becoming more and more and more. You can see this thing. Okay, this changed direction. Oh, we did get an update to that tornado warning. New update. Now they have canceled Blaine and Custer, and now we're just looking at Caddo and Waseca. WXK85 and Oklahoma City. Okay. So as of now, we have a tornado on the ground still. It's just a radar indicated tornado warning. Tornado warning. What in the world? Oh, okay. Hang on. There we go. So your rotation, so it's moved direction. It's now heading in this direction, in between Hinton and Look-Eba. So now those places aren't in this tornado warning. So they might expand that warning. And then after that, we'll be looking at Miko, Tuttle, Norman. Well, it's definitely gonna weaken by then. It's still missing Oklahoma City, but it's just gotta change direction a little more before it starts. Hang on. Before it starts heading towards Oklahoma City. That's what it would look like. What's this over here? A little bit of, I guess, a little bit of rain down here near Idabel. Hang on, let me get that radar up. Hang on, that's not showing anything. So there's a little bit of rain near Idabel. Nothing too concerning. But you can see it could be heavy at times. Near Hayworth and Broken Bow. Do you guys remember the Idabel tornado? It was a really bad tornado. We hope that never happens ever again. But it was in this area that rain is in. So actually, I will come back in for updates. Wait, what? Hang on, I gotta turn that off as a ticker. Boom. There you go. Okay. So I will come back with updates within the hour, or if a new tornado warning gets issued, I will come back. But as of now, I will be back. I will see you guys in a little bit. So I'll pull up News 9 stream if you want me to, guys. If you don't want to just look at radar. News 9. Hang on, we're currently experiencing some difficulties getting it to work, so give us a complete moment while we get this to work. In fact, I will do something. There we go. While you're waiting, you can look at my beautiful icon. Listen to music, why not? I'll wait up some music. Background music. No. Copyright.
South of Hydro, along Highway 58. That's exactly where Val is. Val saw 2-inch hail, so radar underperforming just a little bit. A large hail core that we can track now. Instead of just the circulation, include also that threat for damaging hail as it moves to the southeast. It's a different tool here because it gives a little bit of a wider view going forward. Eakly at 8:58, Fort Cobb Lake 9:28, Fort Cobb 9:57, Gold River Casino 10:11. If this healthy a little bit longer. Anadarko at 10:21. So pretty large storm there. Tom, it looks like that's about the closest you've been to the rotation in a minute. What all have you seen recently?
Yeah, so it's maintaining itself. This storm is absolutely incredible. The most picturesque storm I've seen all year. It has a little bit of inflow coming in from the northeast. At times, it tries to tighten up, but it just doesn't have that. What it takes to produce an imminent. I do have winds kind of flowing into the storm from the east. Not too terribly strong, but they are going into it. It has an incredible presentation. The whole thing is spinning. Just watching it here, see if it's going to do anything. Back to you.
Yeah, that is a gorgeous shot. You can see, hold on, if we can keep this shot up just so I can look even closer at it and kind of describe it. That is the massive mesocyclone and updraft in this thunderstorm. It is spinning. You can see that faint line right there, updraft going way up into that storm. And then we look kind of along it and try to see if anything starts to look strange. And in this shot, nothing right now is looking alarming. And I'm looking at radar, also one of our computers, on rotation, base velocity, and that's not looking exceptionally alarming either. It's still very evidently rotating. This is like a picture out of a textbook of a rotating supercell thunderstorm, but nothing imminent with this storm other than the large hail that we have seen, that we've got ground truth on, hail larger than golf balls at times, and also likely some damaging wind potential in that large rain shaft and hail core. Haven't seen any reports. Fortunately, that's been the case. Hinton is outside of the storm, and that's the closest we have a reporting site to that storm, and Hinton only had a 25 mile per hour wind gust. Now, hydro, likely a lot larger. Remember, when it was moving through hydro, it had much larger hail, close to tennis ball size hail at that time. I would be surprised if there weren't gusts at least 50 to 60 in that storm. Man, Val's shot looks pretty with the sunset behind it. Sun is going down. That's the other nice thing about this storm. It's been very visible with the sunset. The storms out west continue to fluctuate. None of them are severe. It is this lone storm that's been producing severe hail and also the rotation, which is why we have that tornado warning in effect here for the next 15 minutes. We'll see if that gets reissued, but all indications that I have right now, looking at radar with the rotation in the storm itself, would not be surprised if that does get extended, but it is, again, not incredibly tight. It's apparent there. We have that rotation west of Highway 58, kind of on and between County Street 2460 and County Street 2740, south of hydro in Caddo County, moving mainly south around 15 miles per hour. So a very, very slow moving storm. Everything quiet in the metro, a few showers up to the north, no lightning in those, a few showers to the west, and this one powerful thunderstorm that's been able to keep things rolling. The one bright side, I guess, with this storm now that we've seen in the past 10 minutes is that storm strength has gone down a little bit. You can't say that it's over. The storm's over and done. There's still a ton of lightning with it, but that's at least positive. I mentioned that because a little while ago, it did the same thing north of hydro. Intensity went down a little bit. It went more into the darker purples, and then it shot back up into the brighter purples and the white, and that's when we saw that very large hail produced from this thunderstorm. So definitely still a storm that we have to bear watching as it continues south. The rotation, though, fortunately, still fairly broad. It's there, but it's not incredibly tight, and there's nothing alarming looking at any of the tracker's shots right now. And this is, again, the only severe storm and the only tornado-warned storm in the state. Val, was that your mic? Whose mic is that? Nope. Tom, did you have something?
Yeah, so just over the last couple of minutes, I've noticed just a little bit slightly stronger rotation. I mean, it's nothing imminent, nothing that's about to touch down, but it is getting slightly stronger right there in the middle of my shot. And the inflow is getting just slightly stronger too. It's crazy, but
All right, guys, I am back. Let me switch back over to radar indicators. Boom. Okay. There we go. So we're just tracking this lone thunderstorm like whoever was talking or expecting this very lone thunderstorm, and this is not it. Apparently okay. I think that tornado warning has got updated. Does not include Rutherford anymore. I don't know if that's just me or that hasn't. I don't know if that hasn't came yet. And this craziest of a thunderstorm, there's no red marker that otherwise puts out. So because it doesn't think there's any rotation in this, and I'm starting to believe it. So we're still gonna be here because obviously we have to. But I think weather-wise also marks that because that is small rotation. Very small rotation right now. Adding it. It's going to be in the Eakly area soon. I know it's over a whole bunch of streets. So. Things are active. I didn't think things would be this active tonight. I didn't know we would have tornado warnings like this. Tornado warnings popping out of thin air. We got another area of rotation. It's not the one I've been talking about. So now there's one down here, a little more closer to the main marker of the arrow. Like I said, one of these storms is going to become severe warned, and it turned out to be this one. The one near Clinton. And there's a lot of lightning with it. The thunderstorm's even going to head straight. It's really talented. It's going to head straight between South Rainbow and Clinton. Might head straight to Clinton, but it looks like it's going to head right over Interstate, or it's Highway 183, in between Alfredo and Clinton. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but we're going to go with it. Checking up on those isolated thunderstorms up here. So this is starting to become a greater concern near Eind. It's past Eind, but it's starting to become a greater concern for the eastern side of Eind. So we're going to be looking out for Eind people. It could become a severe thunderstorm soon on its approach to Fairmont, Covington. We got another one. This one's less concerning. Near Perry. And then another one. They're crushing it. Give me a minute, guys. I was trying to find something. No. Trying to find something. So give me a minute, guys. You're just going to see radar for a brief moment. So let me pull up the tornado warning while I do that. There we go. Tornado warning right here. KTLX. I'll pull up velocity while I do this so you can kind of get an idea of what it's looking like. There you go. Oh. There you go. While I do that, we're going to be looking at Cover. Guys, I'm just looking for important information. I don't know if you can hear what I'm looking at, but if you can, put it up. Okay. So, okay. Our tornado warning has expired, so out of your shelters if you're in. If you come out of your shelter, if you're in, areas within this polygon. But these storms are going to be continuing on their approach to Oklahoma City. We will be watching, so if there's any more tornado warnings, we will track them. But as of now, we should be clear. Like I said, before we end this, I want to talk about this. Like I said, this would become a special weather statement or severe thunderstorm warning. There is now a special weather statement on this. That includes 50 miles per hour winds and nickel-sized hail. So this could become severe winds soon, as it's on its approach to Garber and then Billings. So we're looking out for you guys. But as of now, that is it for this severe weather live stream. Goodbye, everyone. Join our Discord server, link in description. I think I put it in the description. Somewhere in the description. You can get updates from going to Oklahoma iBots, and you can get all the information you need for weather. Goodbye, everyone, and have a good rest of your night until I see you next.